I'm doing a little update for Kate. She dropped me a comment a couple of days ago asking me how that pepper plant we're doing that we've been growing indoors. If you remember, we was getting a lot of wind and rain, and of course your plants are going to get windburn in that situation, so it's going to slow them right down. So I wanted to see what difference it would make by putting one of those plants indoors on a sunny window. And this is that plant, and you can see it's looking really healthy, but it's also got lots of little peppers growing on it as well. All the leaves are perfect, there's no yellowing on them at all. Obviously there's no windburn because it's been indoors, but what we've been doing now, because the weather has improved so much, is we're taking this plant outside so we can offer it full sun all day long. At some point at day, where we've been keeping that plant on that table, it loses the sun for a few hours. So since there's no rain and there's no wind, but plenty of sunshine, we might as well take it outside. And then we can always bring it back in again. But for what was quite a small plant, it's doing really well. And I don't know if you'll recall, but we cut loads and loads of leaves away from it because there was quite old leaves, and since then we've got lots and lots of new ones growing. So that's just an update for you, Kate. You can see that this plant is doing really well, but since it's going to be 75 Fahrenheit this afternoon, I am going to pop it back outside and let it take advantage of all that sunlight. I have got something else I've been looking at this morning because it appears to have a little bit of a problem, and I might need your help on this one. There's so many different things that can go wrong with your tomato plants. If you catch it early enough, it'll not be a problem. This one is quite a big plant. But if you look at these leaves, they're starting to discolour. They're fading, but they've still got like veins that are really standing out. Hopefully you can see that on camera. So I'm not sure if that is a nitrogen deficiency or something else. And it's always best to check under your leaves as well, because you could have aphids or mites on there which will damage your leaves. The top part of this plant, however, seems perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. So I've took some more branches from bottom. I've just left these ones on for the moment to see if they recover. So possibly a nutrient deficiency, and it could be nitrogen or calcium. So for your nitrogen fix, obviously a bit of tomato food. But if you have a real problem with a calcium deficiency, this is really good stuff. It's called CalMag, and it's a calcium boost. We used this last year because we had plum tomatoes and they got blossom end rot. Apparently plum tomatoes are quite prone to that, and I thought I was going to lose all the tomatoes. But after giving it a boost of this, everything was fine. We harvested loads and loads. So I've just made a mixture up of a little bit of this and a bit of tomato food, and I've gone round and watered all the peppers and all the tomatoes. So then at least I'll know that if that plant doesn't improve, it's definitely nothing to do with any kind of nutrient. But it could also be waterlogged in bottom, but to get that plant out without breaking it would be a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is just stand that in sun and not water it now it's had that fix of nutrients, and see if that plant improves. Beyond that, I'm not sure what else I can do, but maybe you guys have seen that on leaves before and know exactly what it is. But as soon as you see anything like that happening to your plants, it's best to act straight away. At least that way it's not going to get worse. Next job, I'm going to sort these strawberries out. I've shown you these yesterday. They're little plants growing off at main one, and if we start to grow them on and let them root themselves into pots, that's all as new strawberry plants sorted out for next year at no cost. So pretty simple job to do. We're just going to take that plant and put that bottom part of it into compost. I'm just going to make a little hole with my finger first. We want to make sure those leaves stay above ground, otherwise you'll kill that tiny little crown and then you won't have a plant. And just leave that attached, and that's your new strawberry plant. So in a few days time that will start rooting itself, and exactly the same with other side. So just a small indentation, just drop it on just to bury that bottom bit. This one is slightly higher than the other, but we can easily fix that by putting pot in a pot and raising it up a little bit. Then make that indentation, push it into that compost, and that's another strawberry plant on its way. So a couple of jobs done today, and that pepper update as well. But it's getting to be a little bit warm now, so I think I'm going to move around the back of this van where it's a bit shadier. And if you want to see what we're doing for the rest of the week, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care.